There are huge Ecamm Live updates. We've got native M1 support, the first Mac streaming app to have that natively. Preview mode. We have all kinds of things. I'm going to do a walkthrough of the brand new public release of Ecamm version 3.8. And I am so excited to walk you through all of this stuff. There's a ton to cover, but we're going to go step by step. So stick with me till the end because I have, Ecamm has a giveaway for you. And I have a special secret word that you have to wait till the end for to help you get even more entries into the giveaway. So the giveaway link is being posted in the comments right now. And that giveaway includes, holy cow, a Mac M1 Mini, an LG display, a Sony ZV-1 camera, a SwitchPod tripod with the ball neck, 2 Elgato Key Lights, a Stream Deck XL, and a Shure MV7 microphone. Holy freaking cow. That's a big giveaway. Are you guys, I know, right? I mean, like, wow, the giveaway is freaking amazing. So you can enter now while we're doing this walkthrough, but also stick around till the end. I have a secret word that will help you get even more points into the entry. All right, so we have a ton to cover. We're going to be going over the fact that Ecamm, well, let's just get this out of the way. It is the first streaming app to run native on Apple Silicon M1 computers. So that is super exciting. And that is all native support is working really, really well. It's super efficient. We're going to talk about preview mode. We're going to talk about widget overlays, now WebM support. I'll explain what all of that is and how it works and show you some examples. LinkedIn Live is now available straight from Ecamm into LinkedIn Live if you have access to that. Interview Talkback for guests. When you have guests on your show, you can actually now have back channel communication so that you can talk to them, like during my countdown timers you guys love so much. We can talk to the guests and you as a viewer never hear that. So that's actually really, really cool, really important. And comments now include the ability to search within your comments and favorite comments for later pulling up and pushing. So lots to cover. That's not even it. I am also going to go over, I'm going to demo those things, but I'm also going to go over a whole other list of features that you need to know about. And some of those smaller features, some of those smaller updates actually make a big difference in your production if you like smooth streaming production, right? I mean, yeah, we all want smoother streams, right? I know, now you need a Mac. So Victor, you're gonna go get a Mac. I know, is that all? So if you guys are new around here, please do type new in the comments. I would love, love, love to meet you. And if you don't know me, I'm Laurie Petrucci from Live Streaming Pros, where I help you create professional live video that is uniquely you. And this is the show that I do every Thursday with Ecamm Live in partnership with them on both their channels and my channels. And it's called Go Live Now. We've got some newbies in the house. Angelo, Mohammed, welcome, welcome. I know I did those in the backwards order. Damar, welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, so many new things to learn. Andy, thank you so much for being here. Wow. Okay, I just want to make sure we dig in really quick. I missed Mohammed and Paul. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, you just saw one of the benefits of the new beta, or no, I'm sorry, going from beta into public release, the new WebM support for super chats. Thank you so much, Anthony, for that super sticker. Now, we'll talk about that. You guys can set that by super chatting as often as you want, and that will come through. You can see Abby the Chihuahua in her Easter outfit. How cute is that? I love the magical Mr. Paul Dixon is so amazing. But we'll talk about that and everything else. Okay, there's so much to cover here. Real quick, before we dig in, I want to remind you about a couple of things. 3 things, in fact. The last public release included camera overlays. If you're not using camera overlays, that is also something very, very, very important to put into your production. And I can do a demo of that later. Also, ISO audio, isolated audio. Basically, when you go live, you can actually choose to record separate audio tracks for each individual audio source along with your full video. So that's pretty powerful stuff right there. Thank you, Einar, for the super chat. An open cardboard with the word unboxing. I love how it reads the super chats out. That is so cute. What are camera overlays? No. So camera overlays allow you to place the video source, the camera source, whether that's your camera, a third camera, a second camera, whether that's your laptop coming in as a separate source through a capture card, you can place that anywhere you want. So you could have full control over the placement of where things go. That actually gives you so much more fine-tuned control over your production and the visuals of how it looks. I hope that maybe the next release of Ecamm Live will have the auto dance feature. I hope. We'll see. I've put in my request to Glenn and Ken. Also, the third thing I want to remind you about is LEDA. If you have not, thank you, Marcus. Wow, super sticker, $20 super sticker. Appreciate you. That is Abby the Chihuahua. How awesome is she? Okay, so if you have not signed up for LEDA, the Live Every Day in April challenge, we are taming this guy, the Live Adrenaline Monster, and we're confidently appearing on camera. Through 30 days of prompts that I give you, you will tame the Live Adrenaline Monster Lamb. And I'm going to walk you through everything. You're going to get more confident on camera, shrink the amount of time it takes for you to get confident, and bring that down into 30 days by going live every day in a private, safe environment. Private Facebook group. I've got you covered. We don't allow any judgment inside of that group at all, because I want you to be vulnerable. I want you to feel comfortable making mistakes, going live, and getting more confident on camera. So this is something that I would love for you to join, LEDAchallenge.com right here, and make sure that you are participating and putting yourself first throughout the month of April so that you can show up on camera using Ecamm Live and not just worry about the tech side, but you also get your mindset and the reason that you're doing all of this in the first place. You get consistent. You get comfortable seeing yourself and hearing yourself on camera. So LEDA group is awesome. And we kicked it off today. Today's April 1st. So day one is underway. So come join us and I will see you there. Okay, so let's talk about preview mode. Okay, I'm going to go into demo mode. Like I said, we have a lot to cover today in terms of the walkthrough of version 3.8 in Ecamm Live, and I want to make sure that you understand what everything is. So preview mode looks like this. So where you have two screens, okay? So you have the preview screen, and then you have the program screen. These are two separate windows, as you can see, and this allows you to make changes on the fly without your audience seeing it. So for example, if I want this is my live feed, this is what you guys are seeing right here, okay? But as soon as I enter preview mode by clicking this button right here, then I can go to a completely different setup, right? So I can make changes. Nope, I don't want that. Oh, we need to adjust the super chat. Fantastic. Let's get that off so that I can adjust the person's name, right? So you're seeing that this over here is what the audience is seeing. Maybe I throw to a guest and then I hit publish. Right? So I fix things and then I can send that live. Now, obviously I don't have a guest today, but that allows you to really have a smoother viewed production. So while you in the background might be editing things, changing things, adding things to your production, the audience never actually has to see that, which is pretty darn cool. So I mean, this is preview on the left, live on the right. Exactly. This is how you typically set it up, where you do have the editing on the left and the live production on the right. You can arrange these windows however you want. That is totally up to you. This is the way I like to view my screens, side by side, but I also have it directly under the camera so that I can see what's going on both in preview mode as well as production mode. So that's preview mode. I mean, it's pretty simple. However, the thing that you need to be aware of is that you do need to kind of practice with this, right? So when you go into preview mode, oftentimes you're on screen, right? So you are going to want to practice talking with the audience and keeping them entertained while editing things in the background. Now you can talk through that. You can let them know what you're doing, but you also want, if you want that smooth production, you want the audience to be seeing a smooth production, and hopefully they never even have to know. In an ideal world, they never have to know that you're editing things or changing things on the fly. If you have a guest, the best way is to go to the guest, let them talk for a bit while you're editing things in the background. Just mute yourself so they don't hear all the clicks, right? So a little pro tip for you right there. Let's see, very useful to be able to grab the right-hand screen and make it go full screen on another monitor. Yes, you can totally do that. Thank you for bringing that up. Let's see, I just want to see if you have questions, be sure to ask me. If you have comments about these different changes that I'm walking you through, let me know. Let's see. Preview mode takes some getting used to for sure. I have heard this from a lot of our students. If you're not used to a production software that has this functionality, and you've been using Ecamm exclusively, not having preview mode, and going into having the ability to edit behind the scenes is definitely a different workflow. So that's why I'm suggesting that you practice with it before you actually use it, because it can feel a little overwhelming to people. And also seeing two of you on screen, I mean, come on, we don't even want to see one of us on screen. And now you're seeing double you. So that can get a little overwhelming as well. So again, that other option is to take this and move that over to a different monitor. That way you avoid seeing the W if that's distracting to you. So to me, it's kind of normal. I don't have a problem with it, but you do you, and arrange your windows however it is that you need to be able to accomplish what you're doing. There you go. So you have that now, which is fantastic. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate your love of the puppy. We are all in love with the puppy, Abby the Chihuahua. She's going to pop up here very soon, I'm sure. These changes are amazing. Will super chat feature work with something like Buy Me a Coffee? We'll talk about that. John, you're going ahead of me here. We're gonna talk about that here shortly. So I'll come back to your question, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, that one, I'm sorry. So you, whoever just super chatted, RO, because you super chatted on the Ecamm channels, I actually don't get that as a pop-up. But thank you so much for doing so, and maybe we can manually give him one. Okay, is preview mode any more resource intensive on your computer? As I understand it, no. So they're, like I said, they're being very efficient with especially the M1s, right? If you're streaming on an M1 Mac, you're going to be really efficient. But as I understand it, no, there's no more resource heaviness going on. But they can correct me if I'm wrong on that. All right, so the next thing is, hold on, let me make sure. Okay, so Spirit, before we move on from the preview mode, Spirit is asking, when you click on back to live broadcast, does the second screen go away? I can't recall, and now I get confused with two screens. There we go. Thank you, Ro. Oh, it's so cute. It's just so cute. Okay, so what you're asking is when you're in preview mode and you click back to live mode. So if we're in a separate, scene that we've set up and I say back to live mode, we're not changing anything unless you publish. So I went out of preview mode. Sorry. So let me, hold on. Okay, so if we're in preview mode and we've got my main camera and we're making an adjustment to this scene, then you want to publish if you want to send that. Now, oftentimes I want to fix things or add something or change something before it's time to actually push that. So if you hit publish, that's going to send it out to the live broadcast. If you hit back to live mode, then as you see, nothing changed. Okay, so you're okay either way. Whether you want that to go live immediately, you just hit publish. If you want that for future reference and future clicking, then you just hit back to live mode. So that's hopefully that answers your question there. Okay, let's see. Next thing, widget overlays. So you've been seeing the super chats come through. These are widget overlays. And we actually have different widget overlays that I'm going to show you. Thank you, Einar, for the coin with a star super sticker. So these are widget overlays. So that is coming from Stream Elements. Now, in the past, Ecamm has done WebKit in terms of overlays. And when I'm saying overlays, what we're doing is we're going to the overlays window and we're creating a new widget overlay. Okay, and then this allows you to fill in an overlay URL, change the size, and then add it to your production. That's what you see right here with this super chat. And that is filling the entire screen. But when the alert comes through, then it triggers Abby the Chihuahua to pop up. So these widgets used to work on WebKit. Now they work on Chromium. And that means that it increases performance. It's much more efficient, and it allows us to do a lot more without a heavy CPU usage. Before with WebKit, I was experiencing, because we like to do some pretty fancy super chat alerts. We were having the computer kind of feel the weight of that, and so now with Chromium support and also so now you have WebM support, WebGL support, and CSS animations, and that is more efficient, better performance, and so now you can do some pretty fancy stuff if you want to without a heavy CPU usage. Thank you so much, Sandy, for the $4.99 super chat. Says, if we get donations from Buy Me a Coffee on Ecamm and not on YouTube, awesome, not monetized. I don't think Paul or Ecamm staff, I don't believe Buy Me a Coffee actually gives you a widget overlay type of link to do so. So I'm going to wait for clarification on that, but I don't think that you can. And so, yeah, yeah, the Drucker super chat, that was heavy. But now we can do something like that. That was like full screen. She really popped up, and there was music, and there was all kinds of things. So let's see. Oh, it does. So Doc is saying it does. So then we can use Buy Me a Coffee. And sorry, I don't use Buy Me a Coffee, but so apparently you can use Buy Me a Coffee. It's okay. So there is a widget overlay, but not very customizable is what John is saying. So as long as you have that URL that you can enter into that overlay, like I showed you a second ago, then you'll be able to use whatever, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, apparently Buy Me a Coffee. So that's fantastic. Awesome. I love it. Did not know that. Yay! What's with all the super chat stuff? We're showing you how it works. Okay, so also I want to point out, so let me give you a couple of other examples, right? So we've got the super chat alerts. Not everybody is monetized. Not everybody wants to have super chat alerts. Thank you so much, Kiwi Gold. Kiwi the Goldie, you like my dog? You're the best. Yes, I do like your dog. Kiwi looks super, super cute. Oh, I love seeing people's dogs. Okay, so not only super chats work, I want to give you a couple of other examples to show you what you can do with WebM overlays. These are all the lamb that I showed you earlier. This is a WebM overlay. We could do things like falling money. We can do things like confetti. Yay, you celebrate new viewers, you celebrate new buyers, you celebrate whatever it is you want to celebrate. You could do the snow that we used so often throughout the winter around here. You could do a fire overlay. Okay, this is one of the countdown timers, right, that we do, but you could use that for anything. You could do things like subscribe to make sure, and you hear like the sound is coming through and everything. So you can use this functionality for anything you want in your production. Again, getting it to be more efficient and better performance. So that can really help you. And I love, oh my God, goals. Hey, in our store, in the Live Streaming Pros store, we already have WebM versions of the money overlays, but we are also adding the fire, we're adding the confetti, the snow in WebM versions. So if you've already bought, look out for those for an email update with that. Or if you want to go ahead and buy and get that, we'll have that released soon. So WebM really can do so much. That Chromium, backend can do so much for your production and not bog down your production. So yes. I love it. I was waiting for this. Yes, right? Awesome. Okay. So, I also was supposed to tell you, I have notes from the magical Mr. Paul Dixon to make sure that I give you all the details. Now we use, so the WebM versions of the snow and confetti are much smaller in WebM. Again, lessening that CPU usage. Now, also the super chat alerts that you're seeing with Abby the Chihuahua come in, those are coming through Stream Elements. Like I was saying earlier, Stream Elements, Streamlabs, Buy Me a Coffee, anything that you get that URL that you can add as a widget overlay inside of Ecamm. But with Stream Elements, it gives you some basic overlays that you can use and you can adjust to fit your branding. If you want to go custom, like the Abby the Chihuahua super chat, you can dig into the code if that's your thing, if you understand what you're doing. Or you can buy some pre-made alerts from places like Nerd or Die. So you have options, right? So I have on my team the magical Mr. Paul Dixon, who does all of our visuals, all of our alerts, and he is amazing. But if I were trying to do this myself, I would fail miserably because I suck at graphics. And so, you can get things from our store. Then you have other places, like I mentioned, that offer different overlay alerts, things like that for Stream Elements specifically. Or, you can just use the basic versions that are available to you in these different places and just deal with the fact that it's not custom. So that's totally up to you. Just be aware that there are options within those overlays, those widget overlays. There are also fun widget overlays you can use that are games. Something like Words on Stream is a really fun way to engage with your Twitch chat during downtime. Oh, I don't know about that one. I have to look that one up. That sounds awesome. Yeah, but on Twitch, like lots of games game, overlays that happen like that. I've never seen the words on stream one specifically. So now I have to look into that one. Is the quality in WebM just as good? Almost. You do lose a little bit of quality, but it's not where you're gonna like notice it. If we thought at Live Streaming Pros are, like we place high priority on quality, because it's what we teach. So if we are doing it with WebM, then I just want to kind of put that into perspective. Like, we wouldn't actually use it in WebM if we thought the loss of quality was noticeable enough for you as a viewer. So yeah, it's and just to clarify, you lose a little tiny bit of quality. It's worth it. An animation that might be 400 megs in ProRes could be 20 megs in WebM. So that's a huge difference. Oh, I love it. Jean, well, if you have any, thoughts about this, I have a full tutorial series at livestreamingpros.com/ecam. There's a free trial link there as well. So, this is huge. I love Ecam. As you guys can tell, like, I'm constantly talking about it. Yes. Whoops. Hi, Noel. They bring in sound with WebM. I mentioned that earlier, but worth bringing up again. Normal animated overlays don't bring in that audio. So with WebM, you can have that bark that you hear every time there's a super chat alert. You can put music in there. You can do whatever you need to do there. Okay, let's see. I just want to make sure before I move on to the next one. Josh says, if we purchase the LSP Stream Deck key pack, is there an update for 3.8? If there is, how do we update? Not yet. I did see that Paul gave me some new Stream Deck keys, and if you don't know what we're talking about, these are custom keys that we have on our store available for your Stream Deck, so that you can have, it's easier to run your production because you really can see it. Things like the Abby Cam, or the dance. And so we now have preview mode. And I don't know, maybe Paul will let me know when we're ready to release that to you guys who have already bought the Stream Deck pack. But that should be coming soon. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm coming back to questions in the Q&A section. I'm going to keep moving on. The interview talkback. This is huge. Now, I don't have a guest today, so I'm not going to demo that, and it would be a weird demo anyway. But if you have a guest, what happens is now you can actually talk to them behind the scenes in the back channel, essentially. I forgot to close my door. Whoops. I just realized I didn't close my bathroom door the whole way. Anyway, so you have the ability to talk about pee breaks, about whatever you need during a countdown timer or while a video is playing or things like that. So that your audio between you and your guest doesn't actually go out to the live production. And so it's very clear when it says that you're in that back channel mode. So you know that people aren't hearing your back channel conversation. So that's huge. Aw, I'm glad that you're enjoying this. That's fantastic. Let's see. Yes, so when you buy something from the store, we release updates from time to time, and we don't charge you extra for those. Absolutely not. Okay. Oh, I love this now. I play up to 7-minute videos and the team can now chat. Exactly, right? So this is especially great for if you are bringing in those pre-recorded videos, you're playing that and you're like, I gotta just be silent for 7 minutes. This is harsh, right? We all feel that way. Now you can just goof off, talk to your guest about what's coming next, or like I said, pee breaks, whatever it is. Private chat with host and guest is amazing. Be Live says such a very, very useful feature. It certainly is. I love that one. Also, another feature, by the way, these are the major features. Here shortly, I'm going to give you a bunch of smaller ones that actually are pretty cool. So you're not going to want to miss those. And for the giveaway, the huge giveaway, I'm like, my gosh, the giveaway is insane. But I'm going to tell you a secret code to get more entries into that giveaway at the end of this video. So stay tuned. But comments, I want to go into demo mode again because this comments is actually pretty huge. So I'm going to draw your attention right here where my mouse is, okay? Comments and reactions. This is brand new for this public release. You can favorite comments, so you can add things to a queue, right? So if I want to say, if I'm talking, I'm trying to deliver value and I happen to see, I happen to see something that I want to queue up for later, then I can hit that little star and now it's going to show in my favorite comments. You're getting ahead of me, Caleb. Come on, don't get ahead of me. So you can do that, or if you, let's say you want to search for something. So I asked, okay, here's a perfect example. I'm going to get my keyboard over here because it's kind of hidden at the moment. Wait for it. I asked earlier, who was new? And so if I type new, because I asked you to type new in the comments, then I will see anything that says new. So I can say, oh, Paul is new. Moet is new. And I hope I'm saying your name right. Laura is new. Well, Victor isn't new. But I can find any targeted keywords. So if you're doing a giveaway, if you're later on in the show and you were like, somebody said something really good and I want to throw that comment up on screen, you can just search for the keyword, right? So yeah, dancing, right? You're going to see all of the things that have dancing in it. And so that really helps you minimize what you're looking at and trying to not scroll way back to the top of the show. So then when I click X, then I'm back to the live production or the live comments. There you go. I'm new, but I haven't been watching a ton of your videos on YouTube. Well, I'm so glad that you're new and that you're here. Thank you. I have been. So the keyword search, the favorited comments, queuing up is really, really helpful. Now, it is kind of difficult from time to time when you have a ton of comments. I mean, we have 240 people watching right now and a lot of comments coming through. So for me to queue up, that can be a little overwhelming as your channel grows. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually having, somebody here in person, Callie, who is our community care hero. I had to remember her title. But we have, that she could actually be running that. She could be queuing things up while off screen. And then that when I'm ready, I could just go through the favorited comments and pull the relevant questions. So that's another option as well. And maybe one day, yes, community care hero, thank you. That's Callie. So maybe one day we have remote access for that as well. That's hopefully in their queue. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I'm requesting it. My request is put out there as of now. Okay, let's see. So many questions. I'm going to get to questions. We still have so much to cover, so I just want to make sure we get through all of the things before we go into full Q&A mode. I know all of the updates are fantastic. They're major updates. And then we also have a few non-major updates, but actually pretty cool stuff. So before I get to that, make sure that you join the LEDA challenge. That is going to help you get more confident on camera, deliver in your personality style so that you can have you're going to be attracting the people who are right for you. You're going to grow your audience by being uniquely you. And that's going to change everything for you. So remember that, while you're going to get confident using Ecamm by doing and doing and doing, you're also going to get confident in just your presentation style, showing up big time by doing it over and over and over. And we're shrinking that down to 30 days, live every day in April, the LEDA challenge. That's completely free. I give you a prompt every single day to do, and you go live inside of the Facebook group. It's a private, safe environment for you to feel comfortable, vulnerable, and make mistakes without worrying about what the public is thinking about you. Everyone in there is in the same boat. They're all feeling the same things as you. And so I would love to see you in there. Okay, let's see. Other stuff. Whew. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Giveaway link is in the comments and in the description. Again, if you didn't hear this at the beginning, the giveaway for Ecamm includes a Mac M1 Mini, an LG display, a Sony ZV-1 camera, a SwitchPod tripod with the ball neck, 2 Elgato key lights, a Stream Deck XL, and a Shure MV7 microphone. Holy freaking cow, that is an amazing package right there. Giveaway, ecamm.tv/giveaway to enter to win the entire live streaming studio. So that is what you want to do. And I've got a special keyword for you at the end of this that's going to give you extra bonus entries to that, to the dream. I know, right, Haley? Right? Holy dancing cow. Oh, I love that, Doug. I love that. Oh, Jason is new. Great concept, the 30-day LEDA challenge. I have done this for years, and in 2020, we really made it an amazing challenge that people come back for over and over and over. And so I would really love to see you, Jason, in there as well. Okay, so let's talk about more Ecamm stuff. Not only those major updates I already talked to you about, also the smaller things that make a difference. And I'm not even going to tell you every single thing. I've pared down the list so that we don't go on for 2 hours. When I say this is a major update, guys, this is a major update. So you definitely want to be using it. Oh, James is new here. I love that people are still saying that they're new. It's fantastic. I love to see you here, James. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, yeah, Jane. Yes. One of the best updates is also one of the smallest, the ability to nudge overlays with your arrow keys. I was getting to that, Paul, but we'll go ahead and do that. Great for lining up names, etc. Exactly. So what that means, and if you guys want demos of any of the things, I'm not planning on doing full demos of like all of these littler things. But what that means is when you add an overlay to the production, you can just hit that arrow key and that will actually nudge it right into the spot. So sometimes with your mouse, you're not going to get it right in the exact spot that you want. But if you're picky, like the magical Mr. Paul Dixon is, who was just on screen, then you're going to want that nudge to get it in the exact spot that you want. So arrows for single pixel nudge, add shift for 10 pixels. Mike, I don't know, actually. I'll let them clarify that in the comments for you. If the 10, if you hold the shift, if that does 10 pixels, I'm not quite sure on that one. The next one, Paul is saying correct. So there you go. So single pixel nudge, just the arrows, shift and arrow, 10 pixels. That's fantastic. Okay. Now, you can hide the user interface controls. Actually, this is worth a demo right here. So you see how when I have my mouse hovering over this management window, the preview window, right? Then I see all of this stuff. I see the screens, I see my cameras, I see all of the possibilities and all of the options. But if you hold down the FN key on the function key on your keyboard, then all of those go away. See how they're going away? That's a quick and like dirty option just to get it to go away for a second. Hold that function key down, the FN on your keyboard, and that'll go away so you can manage and access whatever you need. If you want it to go away kind of permanently or for not just a quick second, then go into the window button or the window menu and click hide main window controls. And that will make it so that they don't come up until you go ahead and click back into it. Okay. So I know that a lot of people have asked for like the ability to not have all of the stuff on screen. And so they added that for you. That's huge. Okay. I bloom and love that feature. I know. I believe that they have that in their queue for adding chat of private between the guest, but I can't speak to that specifically. But I don't know for sure. But I know that that has been discussed or asked for. Okay, next is the ability to ban YouTube comments. And so if you're managing this yourself, you can now ban YouTube comments from within Ecamm. The next thing is customizable hotkeys for scene switching. So you can, it used to be the fact that you would go into the different scenes and they would have they would have the 1, 2, 3 buttons. Now you can customize that hotkey right here, and you can choose what hotkey you want for which scene. For somebody like me, who, as you can see, I have a lot of scenes. Like, I have a ton of scenes, right? I want to be able to pick and choose which hotkeys if I'm not using like a Stream Deck, for instance. Tana, where's that dog? I don't know if you're on the Ecamm channels, but if you are on the Ecamm channels, that probably won't fire. If you were on the LSP channels, it's just 2 different widgets, unfortunately. But thank you so much, Hannah, for your super chat and for being new and being here with me to watch this. I love it. Okay. How do I create your Ecamm screen production layout? The beauty of Ecamm is that every window is actually completely separate. So you can do whatever you want. I have it laid out like this because this works well for me. And there we go. Hannah, thank you. I hope I'm saying your name right, by the way. There's your dog. So I just have trial and error. Like, this works for me. Not everybody is the same. So if you need to learn kind of where your eyes go and what you need access to during your production, and that kind of controls how you lay out your screen. But like, I don't like to see the screen, the desktop. So if I had it like this blank space would drive me absolutely freaking insane. So I arrange it so that I cover up every ounce of the desktop. That's just me. Maybe a little OCD that way. I think I have more scenes than Chrome's tabs. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Okay, the next minor feature, but is important for you to know about this update is, I don't know how many of you are going to actually use this, but if you look at the camera effects, there's new black and white. Boom! I don't know, black and white. I haven't figured out a use case for it, but if you want to play with black and white and get a little, I said Pinot Noir. If you want to get a little noir, not Pinot Noir, with your black and white, then there you go. You now have the ability to. I am curious though, who uses it and what do you use it for? Like, how do you integrate that into your production? Please do let me know. I don't know why I said that. Oh, thank you so much. Yes. Oh, and you guys can also hit that hold, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I got to scroll through all my scenes right now. And you can also hit that subscribe button. This is a WebM overlay. Very small. We've got audio. That's awesome. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. I think Doc Rock says he does it to be sexy, the black and white. Well, Doc, I mean, you're always sexy, so you don't need the black and white, but more power to you. Okay. Everybody loves the black and white. I love it too. I just haven't really figured out when to use it. I love the new camera effects. I'm an artist. Oops, hang on. I'm an artist and this will work great for me. Fantastic. I love that. Oh, before a concert, desaturating. I like that. Okay. Jillian says, I use the black and white feature as a scene when I'm talking about anything sad. Yes. Like, this is the way, right? I love that. I love that. That's a fantastic option. To set the mood, like to set the mood. Yeah. Okay. Storytelling. Yes. Okay. You guys are so smart. I love it. All right. Next up, blue screen option. So if you're using the green screen functionality, but you haven't been able to because you have a blue screen instead of a green screen, now you can use the blue screen option. Yes, you could do, you could totally do a mystery stream, detective stream. I accuse Callie in the studio with a microphone. I love it. Next up in the features list, a 30-second skip buttons. If you are playing a video and you want to skip ahead, and you're like, this isn't quite the right spot, you can skip ahead via 30-second skip buttons. There's now the ability to create an image overlay by dragging from apps like Keynote, right? So like if you have Keynote open and you have an app or a graphic or something, you can actually just drag that in, and now you have an image overlay. So that's pretty cool. Everybody loves the black and white. That's amazing. So cool. Okay, I guess we're going to see just a ton of black and white streams from here on out. Next item on the list. Oh my gosh, it just keeps coming. The next overlay and previous overlay buttons to cycle through a series of overlays. Here's the thing. You saw how many scenes I have, right? So I have all of these scenes. If you didn't want to create a scene for every single overlay that you have, and instead you have your production set up so that you know that you're going to go from this overlay to that overlay to that overlay, then what you could do instead is just set up all of those overlays, not through scenes, and you can use the previous overlay function, next overlay function or previous, and then that's your production right there. So it's a little bit of a simpler setup, and that way you don't have to like set up 100 scenes. I actually did, for my 15th anniversary of video production, of doing videos online on December 23rd, 2020, I did a whole show where I went from tip to tip to tip, and I had all of those on an overlay thing, but I had to set up like 23 different scenes, whereas with this functionality I could have just set up the overlays and then just hit next. So a little bit easier for production. Darren, totally. And maybe if you win the giveaway, maybe you'll get that Stream Deck. How about that? Next up, let's see. The background overlay images and videos. Yes. Let me go to a scene so you can actually see what this looks like. Hold tight, new SLP. So this is my live streaming pros assets. And so you see in the background, it's actually moving, it's animated. And this is the background functionality that I'm talking about. And so now I can add anything on top of that background and you still see that no matter what scene I'm going to. So if I switch up scenes, then that background is still going. So it could be static or animated, but that's what that means. So we've been using that and loving it. Okay. The ability, that's not the background. Wait, but we did have, okay. I showed you the wrong thing, but essentially that's how it works. Okay, let me see if I can now. Okay, we're just gonna move on. But that's what it looks like. So I didn't show you the exact right thing, but that's what that's the type of functionality that you're looking at. Next up, resize the overlay by dragging from any corner. This is what Ecamm was talking about earlier. So you can resize any overlay, you can drag from any corner, which is huge for you to be able to make adjustments to whatever it is that you're wanting. And then, and you can drag an overlay beyond the edge. So let's go into demo mode real quick. Let's say I have this super chat, right? So I have this super chat that is the Abby one that we're watching. Now I could actually, let's say I didn't like where it was placed and I wanted to make an adjustment. I can now drag that beyond I'm gonna undo everything I just did though. Hold on. Okay, I can actually drag that now beyond the edge. That way I can make those adjustments. Okay. So I know that that's been something that people have been asking for a lot. Oh my God, great news about dragging the overlays. I know, right? Okay. Indicate the fly-in direction for text overlays. So what this means, going back into demo mode, I'm going to turn off the super chat real quick because I have to get access to this. Oops. Hold on. There we go. All right. So if you're in a text overlay, you can actually now fly in. You can choose for it to choose however it flies in, or you can now choose to fly in from the left or fly in from the right. So when you have fly in, so when we go to this scene, I'm just gonna go here, see how that's flying in. Now, if I left it to auto, it would depend on how I'm set up. It would come in from the closest one. Maybe I have multiple guests, things like that. So it would be on an automatic, but then you can choose to, send it in from a different place. So now it's coming in from the right. So that's what that means. I'm going to change that right now before I forget. Okay, and I gotta get the super chat back on. Okay, next up is new keys on the Stream Deck for preview mode. So the Stream Deck plugin, if you have a Stream Deck, that plugin now includes an option for preview mode. So there you go. And then of course, like I said, our store, the Live Streaming Pro store, has the access to custom Stream Deck keys that you can load in. And I'm hearing that I think next week we'll be able to update that Stream Deck keys with the new preview, edit, and live modes that Paul has created for you guys. Whew. Wow. Okay, I'm going to answer a few questions here, and then I'm going to tell you the secret word for the giveaway to get more. So don't go anywhere. More entries into that. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Would an M1 talk to the MacBook Pro? If I create videos for our show on MacBook Pro, run Ecamm on an M1, would it connect? Okay. I think what you're saying is if you wanted to export all of your scenes, you should have no problem exporting and importing scenes and folders between the two Macs. Spirit says, can you demo the background function? I don't know that I have time. I'm going to be doing videos about like all of this stuff individually, I think, because there's so much. There's so much. Like I wanted to give you a walkthrough and not demo every single thing, but I'll tackle that in a separate video. I want to make sure I answer some questions, and I do have a meeting right at the top of the hour. Is there a way to control the bit rate? Not as of now. So Ecamm, they do such an amazing job at the interface. They're really trying to make sure it's simple and easy and intuitive. And so as they add more functionality and hopefully one day bitrate, that's something that they always have to take into consideration. You know, advanced users versus new users who have never seen a live production software or video production software at all. And so, Abby's barking because there are dogs barking out there. She's barking from down she's buried in her blanket. And she's, hi baby, did you hear those? Oh, she's so cute. I wish I had the Abby cam on right now. Anyway, sorry. Yes, it is amazing functionality, Jeffrey. They did a wonderful job with this update. So, let's see. Oh, how is the audio routed when using the behind the scenes talkback? Is it done with Ecamm or do you need something like loopback? So because this is native functionality for that back channel communication, that's all within Ecamm. You don't need loopback for that purpose. Loopback, and you should watch the video that I have on this channel about loopback specifically, but that would add some other functionality. But in order to have that back channel communication, your interview with your interview guest, then you don't need anything additional. That's all within Ecamm. Okay, let's see. Whew. Is there a way to manually, oh, I already answered that. Okay, I saw somebody else ask if I was wearing headphones. I'm not wearing headphones as of today just because I don't have a guest and I don't need to. But these are the headphones I usually use. These are the Mi Audio M6s. And we have a link if you go to livestreamingpros.com/GLN for Go Live Now. That's this show that we do every Thursday. There's a link to all of the gear I use. And by the way, you guys, have you seen the Ecamm Studio setup process? It's a 5-video series that we're in the middle of. We've released 3 episodes so far and we have 2 more to go, but it's the entire start to finish process of this studio. And I don't have my behind the scenes camera, but you're going to actually watch that whole process in the video series. That was all made possible by Ecamm. So I would encourage you to watch that. The last video that we released this last Monday is all about the gear that I have in my studio. So I would encourage you, if you didn't see that yet, to go watch that series. And we have 2 more coming out soon as well. Let's see. Whew. Okay, are you guys ready? So, giveaway. Keyword. I know I didn't hit all of the questions and I apologize for that. So much to cover today. But are you ready for the giveaway word? So, again, if you haven't entered the Ecamm giveaway, there's an entire studio package, including mic, including a camera, a Mac Mini, the M1, including a Stream Deck, lights, a monitor, yeah, like all of the things. So if you haven't signed up for the giveaway yet, go participate in that. But I have a secret keyword for you right now that is going to help you get more entries into this giveaway. And that word is, are you ready? Give me a ready in the comments. And before I give that to you, while you're typing ready, I also want to let you know that we have been paying attention. For those engaged today, we've been paying attention, and you might want to check your DMs to see if you won something outside of this main giveaway. We've been picking and choosing some winners for some other stuff as well. So look for your DMs. All right, bunch of readies. The secret word is Ecamm Fam. So Ecamm, E-C-A-M-M, Fam, F-A-M. So Ecamm Fam, that's your secret keyword. Go enter that now into your giveaway link. And yeah, so I hope, I can't wait to hear who wins this amazing package from Ecamm. And there you go. Like, so you don't have to listen to me spell it. Ecamm Fam, that's your secret keyword, and ready to use that. So thank you so much for being participating today. I hope that those of you who were participating get some DMs from the Ecamm team or emails. And yeah, you guys, this is a major update. It's an amazing update. I am so thrilled to be able to see everybody be able to use it. I've been using the beta for a while now, and you're going to love it. If you have questions, you know where to find me. I'm live on the Live Streaming Pros channels, but also every single week right here in the Ecamm channels, as well as Live Streaming Pros for Go Live Now. So Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific. You can always ask questions around here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Put those dancing shoes on. We're going to dance this baby out, because how else do you get the rest of the day started? By dancing. Have a wonderful day. Bye.